Hi, it's Darnell with NuWave Oven Recipes. Today, I'm going to cook up some baby back ribs slow and low in the NuWave Brio 14Q Air Fryer Oven. So we can see if this air fryer oven can do some good slow and low work on some baby back ribs. And we're going to get started on that recipe right now. Alright, so here I have my baby back ribs. Basically, I've already prepped them, so I'll tell you what I did. I basically removed the membrane from the back of them. I also cut away a little bit of excess fat on the top. And after I did that trimming, I covered them with some yellow mustard. This does not get into the flavor of the meat. It just works as a binder for the rub that I used. I like this Twisted Q Crooked Pig Cane and Maple seasoning for my pork. Nobody paid me to say anything that I'm saying here, by the way. But I put the mustard on, then I put the rub on. And so I've been letting them just sit here for a while. They've just been sitting here for a while with the rub on them. And so while they've just been setting, you know, just let a little time pass for them just to warm up just a little bit from the refrigerator temp. I've got my NuWave Brio 14Q here. I've got the mesh rack on the lowest rack holder. The lower rack holder is where I've got it. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this slab of ribs. It's basically a full slab that's been cut in half. So it's about 3 pounds of rib total in weight. Well, it's a little less than 3, about 2.7 pounds. Just gonna get that onto the rack holder here. All right, so I got my ribs in there. I got, you know, some good space between them for airflow. And we're gonna do this, like I said, slow and low. So I'm gonna use the 3-2-1 method, where I basically cook them for 3 hours, then wrap them and cook them for 2 hours with some wrap and fluid in them, and then cook them again for another hour unwrapped to let them basically firm up a little bit. So they should be real nice tender ribs by the time this is all said and done. But we're gonna see how it turns out. I'm gonna turn the NuWave Brio on. I'm gonna lower the cooking temperature to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. If I was on an outdoor grill, I'd probably do 225, but since this is an air fryer and I don't want to overdo it, and you know, air fryers tend to cook a little hot, we're going to do 200 degrees Fahrenheit, our cooking time. We're going to set it out to 6 hours. So got it at 6 hours, got the temp at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Going to go ahead and hit start. We'll let this run till it gets down to 3 hours left, and then we'll wrap things up. So I'll bring you back then. Alright, 3 hours have passed in this cook. Opening up to pause the NuWave Brio. What I've got here is some butcher paper. You can use foil if you want to use foil. I like to use butcher paper myself. But what I also have here is some apple juice. If I were cooking these in a grill, I'd basically put them in the paper, each slab or half slab, in a piece of this butcher paper, pour a half cup of apple juice over it and wrap it up. Put it back on the grill for 2 hours. But I don't want to make a whole bunch of mess inside the NuWave Brio, getting a whole bunch of dripping juices and stuff in there. That probably wouldn't be good for it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put each slab into this paper, well, a piece of paper, spray it with some apple juice, then wrap it up and put it back in. So I'm going to do that now with each slab, getting its own piece of paper treatment. Alright, so I got them all spritzed and wrapped up, so I'm going to close up. I'm going to let them continue to cook for 2 more hours, and I'll bring you on back. Alright, those 2 hours. 2 hours wrapped have passed, 5 hours so far into this cook. I'm just going to try and check the temperature of the meat now. So see if I can get a meat probe into that meat. And it looks like it's reading 162, 163. It's in the 160 range. Well, it's going up still. But it's about, you know, 165, 166. So it's at a safe eating temperature, but we're going to take it a little higher to, you know, get some nice pullback on the bone and all that good stuff. All right, going to basically get them out of the wrapping now for the final hour of the cook. You see that first one there? Get this other one out. And you see the second one here? Put it back on there. Alright, so now I'm going to close things up. And for this last hour, I'm going to bump the temperature up. So temperature's going up to 225. So this last hour will be at 225 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'll bring you on back. Alright, the last 10 seconds of this 6-hour total cook. For the final hour here, where we let them firm up. And so, going to stop it there, going to check the temperature real quick. Temperature is up at like 209, 210. So they're real hot. You know, taking it up to 225 in an air fryer, you're going to really kind of get the intensity of a little more than 225. You can see that rib there. Can get the other slab out. See that pull back on the bone there? Looks real good. See that opposite side there? Alright, so I'm going to basically cut myself off some rib here. It's basically falling apart. It's, you know, pretty tender from the looks of it. See, it's just falling off. So we'll get the camera moved. We'll do a taste test of these baby back ribs from the NuWave Brio 14Q air fryer oven. All right, here's our baby back ribs. Let's do a taste here. I'm just gonna basically bite a piece off of here. After waiting 6 hours, you gotta take 2 bites, you know? Waited that long. Turned out good. The NuWave Brio 14Q did a very good job. I will say, compared to the same type of cook that I did in the NuWave Primo grill oven, I think the NuWave Primo did a little better because of it being kind of that oven type of setup with the NuWave type of style that keeps a lot more moisture in. And also I was able to pour in a whole lot more fluid without any worries with the NuWave Primo grill oven. But the NuWave Brio, it can get the job done, and it gets the job done well. It does a very good job. So, you know, that's just comparing the two, you know, on the same type of cook. It's just the Primo has a little bit more of a setup to keep moisture in more than an air fryer does. So the Brio being an air fryer, you know, they're very moist and juicy, but a little drier than coming out of the Primo. I definitely like what it did. And so I definitely want to hear your comments. You can get this and other recipes in written form, printable, at superwaveovenrecipes.com. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Wave Oven Recipes. You can always come to this YouTube channel by going to waveovenrecipes.com. Also, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and good eating.